I wish I held my short on the Nasdaq.
Yeah. If we get back up to the 27,300s, I might short it up there. But we're pulling back now so much, maybe not. Not so much, but we're pulling back. Oh.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're fine. Interrupt. It's fine.
No, I don't have. I'm just looking at the same things you guys are. I was looking at MES gave some great entries this morning. Twice. And this drop right here.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just saying this drop right here in MES was a great entry.
Yeah, I just bought it.
Oh, you're going long?
Yeah, just only 2 contracts. If it carries on dropping, then I'll just stop out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where higher time frame support would be. Yeah, yesterday's low maybe. Don't know why this is. Yeah, that's quite the drop. Yeah, oil gave an entry this morning as well. Gave 2 entries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going along here. This was a 3R right here. That was achieved in a couple minutes from entry. Right there, that would have been the entry right there. And yeah, 3R achieved very quickly. Right now on the same trade, we're up to 8.6R. Saw the same thing in Bitcoin from the recent drop to the low, retraced right at the golden zone, short at the 50. Stop at the 61.8. 3R achieved on the next candle. But again, these are very, very difficult to get into. You can't wait for a signal. It's got to be a limit entry. But look how incredibly precise that is. This is not quite at the exact spot. There we go. Yeah, so 77,610, and the high of this 77,610. Sure, it's just a coincidence though. Yesterday, right before signing off here, I was saying that I was looking for a double bottom, and that's exactly what happened. We put in a bottom, and then that was the second bottom over here. I was looking at pre-market as the first bottom, and then it came down here and then it came down and put in a second bottom. I prefer in equities. In futures, I haven't traded double bottoms much, other than this, and this is just sim practicing still. But I prefer it happening during RTH. So this was the bottom, went up, rejected, came back down, and then on the first 5-minute bullish candle, which was right here, enter, stop below the lowest wick, aim for 3R, and it hit right over here. So that double bottom worked. This morning, I don't know if I'm, I know I haven't followed the regular routine, which is fine. The news is pretty much all the same. What I can bring up is the economic calendar, because we do have FOMC. We've got interest rate decisions at 10 a.m. for Canada. Not that it moves the market. I don't know why they put it as a 3-star here, because personally, I don't see it changing or affecting the U.S. market too much. They're calling on staying at the same, but we've got FOMC also predicting unchanged interest rate, but that's at 2 p.m. today. So we could see a sideways market. That's what we've seen in the past, is less volume, less trending days on the day of FOMC meetings. So there's the bottom of, there's the touch to the 50. On MNQ. So this, right from the top of the most recent high before selling, there is a move up to the 50. It's in the first 7 minutes. I'm personally not interested, but what has been working is getting in on a limit order, stop at the 61.8, aiming for 3R. Let's just put it in there. I don't like that it's very early in the at the open. If it makes it back down to 27,140, that's 3R on this limit entry here. Uh, 27,187.50. 27,187. So it didn't actually touch, but how precise am I? I mean, that's by putting it at these wicks, right? Putting it at the candle where we formed the first fair value gap here. Then we would have gotten the entry. Again, this is what I'm testing out. Other than that, double bottoms, double tops, and break and retests. This was the range that I had from post-market yesterday, pre-market this morning. Broke down out of it. Coming back to retest it now, or it just did a few minutes ago. So right at this level, what's it going to do? I'm going to stop out right at 27,200 and then reverse, possibly, or keep going up. Who knows? If it was a sell and a limit sell, and risking 333. Did that go in? Not what I wanted to do. I hit enter by mistake. There you go. Sell. Stop there. Entry on the break of the low would be 7 contracts. Right, this is a nice break and retest. Breakdown. Retesting. Entry for me would have to be a bearish candle and the break of the low of that bearish candle. Now, which one? A 5, a 2, or a 1? Don't know what you guys use as entries. Or it might not be candle confirmation at all. Only the higher the better. If 30-minute closes above 71.60, I will hold it. 70, you're talking about MES. These were drawings from pre-market. 5-minute, this is where we really started selling. This was one that worked in pre-market here. Let's get rid of it. Draw it from the start of the drop to here. I will set an alert right around here. It would also be a breakdown and a retest of this level. MNQ. We break below 27,174.50 area. This could just be a liquidity sweep here up to the 61.8. If it is, I'd like to see a wick. I'd like to see it pop up there. I'm not seeing that. Well, I don't like that it wicked down and now seems to have trapped possibly some sellers over here. Watch it if we wick up. Definitely interesting area right here. This golden zone is where things happen. Very low volume on this. Yeah, this could be a sell indication here for our Again, the rejection of this area. Take that out. Put that here. Right, the break of that low right there, stop there, and we are. MES, 5-minute time frame. Here you go, making new lows. MES much lower than MNQ, right? Lower than pre-market low. A lot of tech announcing earnings after the close today. So yeah, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Google, Qualcomm. Oh, we are spiking up here. Is this a liquidity sweep? There's definitely a seller at 27,200 or no buyers for the time being. Stop would be above the highest wick here. What is the highest wick from the entry? 27,200. So this would be a 27,200, 201 maybe. Come on. Oh, there you go. Close enough. And we wait. Anybody looking at anything else? MES, heavy activity from yesterday on these bottoms here. This was one that worked yesterday as well. The retracement right up to the 50 from the high to the low. Retrace right to the 50 at 11 a.m. And just within a few candles, it hit the 3-hour target. Actually, I'm leaving that on there for now. Where was most of the volume yesterday? So there's a lot of volume around here. We are below right now yesterday's value low. And then there was a lot of volume in this area as well. 71.60. Yeah, that was a massive sweep on NQ there. Right above. This would have been stopped out here. Let's take this away. So that one on a limit entry would not have worked. This definitely looks suspicious, this wick here. But could be reversing. MES 71.60. So just testing out the MES. Golden zone right there, 71.60.25. Limit order with a stop just above the 61.8. Don't need this alert. There you go. Oh, it did get me in here. I also tried it on Top Step.
I took a scalp on gold just for the pullback, and it's working fine actually. It's going towards my take profit. I'm looking at
You, sorry, you,
gold, yeah.
Tariq,
Yes, bro.
I'm just looking at the bond prices, the 2-year and the 5-year. They have sold straight into the discount zone, so it is at a bit of a support area, and what looks like a fair value gap as well on the daily chart. So
I need to be careful.
no, that's good. I mean, if you're long on gold, then that's good for you.
Oh, okay, that's good, man. Thank you. Thank you, bro.
Yes, no worries.
Now I'll be looking for 45.50, but this is like a scalp, so I won't leave a room to grow to wiggle or something.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough, because on the higher time frame charts, like the 30 that I like to use, I'm guessing it's going to take some time to turn around. It's the candles are really big.
Yeah,
So yeah, that opening, I mean, it works as a scalp, but after that, it's going to take a while to sort of resolve on the higher time frames.
yeah, I got you.
So I was looking at the MES as it came. So initially I took it as a scalp, but I got stopped out on that, and then it came very nicely into the support area from yesterday, 71.50s. But there's no setup unless you're on like the 1 minute or the 5-minute chart. You could scalp it, but there's nothing in terms of the higher time frames turning yet.
Oh, that's very good, man. So for gold, I played my setup I look for RSI oversold on the 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Then it threw a doji. I went long while this doji was forming,
nice.
and after that, I took it to the moving averages. It bounced from 45.40
Yeah,
about
nice. Are you on the MGC?
MGC, yes.
Yeah, nice. There's a lot of volume being traded.
Yeah, but I wish I stuck with my short idea on gold since we discussed it long time back.
Yeah, but I guess you've got to sort of tell yourself that this is a swing or something if you're going to hold it.
Yeah, now it's happening after the sweep.
Nice.
So automatic limit entry did not work. How about the how about this one? And look at gold, where gold reversed from the most recent drop in pre-market to the low. Came right back to this level. What was also this level here? It's saying yesterday's low, but that's wrong. This red dotted line here is wrong. Now that is a bearish candle. But where do you get an entry? Indecision candle. It's a breaks down below the 50 again, or on a 1 minute. Yeah, difficult to tell. MNQ pulling back. So MNQ, this is where we started buying. Right around here, and this is where it's reversing. Getting right into the 50 or buy. Limit buy. Aim for 3R. Will it make it here before it takes out the 61.8? I'll leave this here. I'll be back in a second. MNQ long. Here, I'm going to set an alert to see if it would have hit target. In case I'm not looking at it. MES, second entry. Might stop us out again. Again, just on sim. What's that gold doing? It didn't actually make it right to the 50, depending on where you start the fib. Right? If you start it right at the actual open, then it wicked up and reversed. definitely an interesting area. Definitely a 50% pullback if it is still bearish. What is Starbucks ticker? Oh, they had earnings this morning, I think. Oh yeah, it's SBUX, I think. Yeah, Starbucks. Wow, that's quite the move. Wow, $1/3 billion surprise. I don't trade this ticker, but I got the notification. Did it even hesitate at 100? Not much hesitation. Just wow. Or it was yesterday. Sorry, it was yesterday after market that they announced earnings. Now it's having difficulty with the top. Interesting. What are the usual suspects doing? Oh yeah, that was the I think there's an IPO that Evo was talking about last week. Qs dip down. That's a nice big dip down. Liquidity sweep possible for the continuation move up. This was one that worked well, what we were looking at yesterday. Right, from the open to the bottom, went right into the 50 golden zone. Short from there, made it to 3R. SPY. Ooh, what the heck is that? Can I not close all of these? Jeez, I don't know why they show up like that. All paper trading, so nothing. All paper trading and testing out different strategies and limit orders and personally, I would not have taken this trade. Just the only reason is that over here was showing a long and then a short in MES. So I don't like that when they're not correlated. They don't have to be 100% correlated, but I wouldn't have trusted going long on Qs when MES has been going down. But just put it in there to see if this if the fib strategy works. Gold, difficult to tell. Right, broke down, retested, further breaking down. Is it finding support now in this where there's no room to the left of where price is right now? I wouldn't personally, I wouldn't do anything here. If it retested again and rejected again, I might look at it. 40 minutes has passed. There you go. So there's MES popping through again. There you go. We can remove this. We know that the strategy did not work today. Twice. Gold is back in the golden zone. Wow. A lot of these moves happen in pre-market. New York pre-market. Asia session here. Broke down below Asia session right here. Came down, retested. Went down, retested right to the level again. And then down it goes. I don't like having these on my screen all the time, but it's good to put them up, even the draw levels. Right? You could have drawn a level right here. It's from another day, I think. Random spot on ES. Hang on a second. Over here, is it, if that's the one you're talking about, it's not a random spot. It was the most recent selling. So that's why this is not a concrete strategy yet. It is something that I'm working on. But the most recent impulse move, the most recent selling started right here. I could put it at the top over here. This is where we couldn't make it up here. So that's where I started the fib. And then I moved it around a little bit just to see what the level does from where it is. But if I leave it over here and then stop it where we reversed, and just full disclosure, it doesn't seem to be working this morning from the most recent impulse sell. Right, I mean, it's working as far as we're hesitant in this area. And now if I started right there, we're right up above the 61.8. Might reject there. Don't know. But that's why I put it there. And if it does break out here, then I would start another one and say that, you know what, we started buying. So the impulse move up, where we've got this fair value gap over here, we started buying right here. So I would start one here, right there, and I would stop wherever this possibly finds a top and reverses. Let's say it's right there. Then I would set an alert, because then my bias is switching, thinking that we're buying now. And I would start looking at it once it came back to the 71, whatever this is, 71.57, 75, 71.58 level. But I'm looking at who seems to be in control. Right now, the buyers seem to be in control. Right. So, and again, this is not a strategy that's foolproof. It is something that I'm testing out. And the way that I trade it, it works more than 50% of the time.
What really helped me, Jill, to realize who's in control is the CVD Zach was talking about, the cumulative, because it's measurable. It's above zero, it's buyers. Below zero, it's sellers.
You mean
So-
with these, right?
No, not with these. There's an indicator called CVD, cumulative CVD, cumulative volume delta.
Yeah. Is it an indicator on? I haven't gone
Yeah.
through all of Zach's webinars yet. So
Yeah, this is indicator. It's there. CVD.
this one.
Yes, this one is.
Uh,
It really helps me to identify buyers and control of sellers. Like now looking at the NASDAQ, I took a long on the NASDAQ because
here. I don't know why it didn't show up. I have to do it on here again. Volume delta. There you go. All right. So you took a long on NASDAQ.
on the 5 minutes, we'll see that it went down, but the volume delta was negative. Then the buyers came in really fast. And when it dropped, it retraced. It only retraced to 0. And after that, it started pushing again. I entered 27 to 04.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
And
by
there,
the 30 minutes, today we were talking about the NASDAQ because of the news. We might be range bound day for trading. So looking at the 30 minutes, it started to put a hammer. So maybe we'll just go to high of London and try to test it. At 288.
288 right here. Yeah. I'm going to put a level right here. So this would be an interesting area for a possible reversal
Yes.
if we do stay in the range. Asia high is just above it.
Yes. Yes.
So this,
Yeah.
yeah, thanks for, did Zach do a webinar on the CVD or is it in the last webinar?
It was in the last webinar.
Okay, I haven't, I watched the first 10 minutes of it. I haven't had time yet. So yeah, I'll start
It's
looking
really
at it. Well, thank you.
It's really interesting, and it helped me also to visualize some of the things. Like now, looking at the volume profile from beginning of the day, I can see that sellers are getting trapped now in the Nasdaq. So as long as it will go up, most likely they will come running.
Okay. And the FIM that I said that, okay, it looks like we've reversed. It looks like the buyers are in charge. Let's go back to the 5. Didn't really put in fair value gap, but not even on the 2. But we determined that we looked like we were buying, and then this was the top. It came right back into the 50 again. Right, I didn't have my levels properly, so let's put them here and stop there, and 3R, and it hit the 3R without stopping out. Right. MES. Now that we've determined that the buyers, and this I don't know how to read yet, but you're saying that it's showing that buyers are in control. The CVD, I've used it before, but it was in another format in Bookmap.
Yeah, I'm using it for the MNQ, and it's like candlesticks. So, but it's above 0 or below 0.
Yeah.
That's how I interpret it. So below 0, that sellers are in control. Above 0, buyers are in control. And is it matching the pattern on the chart? So if it's matching the pattern on the chart, so you're reading the right direction.
Yeah, I'll definitely go watch his. I mean, if it's another tool that that can help us determine who's in charge, because for this for the fib strategy, it's you really should know who seems to be in control, right? In pre-market, it looked, we're making new lows, right? It looked like the sellers were in control. So that's why I printed from where we really started selling right up here to where we reversed right there. And it went in, and look at how it just kept wicking into the 50. But we couldn't make new lows, right? Why? Well, because the buyers were in control. So if you flip the fib and you say, okay, well, we'll start it here, we'll end it where we reversed. Do we come back into the 50? And we did. And then that's where I like looking at a 2-minute for entry. But what I've been practicing and testing is just entering on a limit, right? So if you're correct that buyers are in control and this is a pullback, then you can put in a limit entry and a stop at 61.8 and aim for 3R. There we go. As soon as it touched, limit, stop. That's what I like about this system. As Avi calls it, it's very simple because your entry is especially on limit entries, your entry is, you've got a line, your stop, you've got a line. And if you're aiming for 3R, you've got a line for that as well. So, and then gold, same thing in gold, right? We looked like we were selling. The most recent selling, or actually this fib I put just at the open, but the most recent selling started right around here. Right, went into close to the 50, then went into the golden zone, closes here, seems to be rejecting above here. If it closes above here, above 61.8, then I would delete this and I would say that the buyers seem to be in control. Let's look at your the indicator, the cumulative volume delta. So go over here, definitely not above 0.
Yeah, that's why when I took the gold, I took it as a scalp. I didn't intend to hold it, but
Yeah.
The trade idea on the Nasdaq is kind of different. Like, okay, let me hold it till at least let's see, 263. I struggled, Jill, with some stuff because like holding is really good, but I didn't know when to hold and when not to hold while I'm trading.
Yeah.
And I started spiraling into this, like why to hold this and the other trade. And I thought the first thought process came in because Avi is taking them on bigger time frames. So definitely the time frame, it's good to look at bigger time frames.
Yeah.
And this really helped if something's aligned with the bigger time frame. That definitely it will help. But also seeing who's in control, the buyers, the sellers. I struggled in days that it's ranging also because I kept playing continuation. Like typical, like, okay, gold is selling, so I will just wait for a pullback and short it. Nasdaq is selling. The first leg was a sell leg, so I'll wait for a pullback and sell it. And I get stopped out, and I don't know why. Despite prior to my entry on the long, I was supposed to short the Nasdaq. But with this tool, it really helped me identify, okay, this might not be ideal for selling. This might be a better idea to buy it.
Yeah, it's a this something that could be added. Higher time frame levels are important, and that's what I like about this strategy is that you don't need large moves. Your stops are usually pretty tight, and you aim for 3R, right? Because you'll often get to 3R before it retraces. So anyway, this is what I'm concentrating on. But I still look at my other strategies, and my other strategy right now would be a rejection of the London high. Right? If we come up here, we wick up and reject it, then I'd be looking at shorting, because it did reject it, rejected here, here, here. So if it rejected again, then I'd be looking at shorting, but I wouldn't be necessarily looking to go back to the low of day, especially that the initial balance, the first hour, we'll see in the next 4 minutes here. But if it breaks above the high of the initial balance, the chances of it going all the way back down to the low of day are slim. So that's why but I would still short it, but just looking to make 3R. So that's, I mean, we all have, and this is interesting, an interesting level here, right? We couldn't make it past here. Now we just did, but we seem to be rejecting this level, right? So on a shorter time frame, this seems to be a level of resistance, a recent level of resistance. And whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's leave that there. Let's take this out. Will it just continue in a straight line all the way up to London high? Likely not. It would probably pull back. And at this point, because we pulled into the 50 golden zone, I would move this up, because this was the other leg, right? We moved up, pulled back, and then from here, we started buying again. So this is where I'd be putting my new fib. And then I'd be looking at, can we pull back into this zone now? I'm going to have to move it because we're still buying. So yeah, so many different strategies and different ways of looking at it. It's incredible how many people trade differently. And then there's people that, look at gold and they saw something, up here, and they will have shorted, and their target is, maybe down here. So they can go for a couple of 100 points. So that's MNQ, MES. See, they're going in the same direction now. This here, where's the London session? Yeah, that's a low. That's the high there. We're right at the low of the Asia session now. So could be an interesting level where it might want to pull back into the 50 again. And that's another, right? It's definitely bullish right now. But you can still catch a trade on the way down. So now we're above zero on MES in the CVD. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here and put some alerts and look at I feel that it's bullish right now, so I'm gonna put an alert to see if it retraces down to the 50 and look at it in this area. So basically with the strategy I'm building out now is just to only look at taking trades when we've confirmed a direction with the 50. So if we've got direction right now, it's going higher. If it retraces into the 50, I want to see the price action. I'm not confident enough yet to put those limit orders. But that's what I'm hoping to get to, putting a limit order on your stop and then, aiming for 3R. So anyway, it's 10:30. I'll leave you guys with and the room stays open, obviously. So you guys are more than welcome to stay in here. I don't think, was it today that Avi said he'd, I think it was pre-market, and I think it's tomorrow that he said he'd be in on Thursday, tomorrow morning. Avi is saying he's going to be in here pre-market 8 to 9 a.m. Okay, so I'm leaving you with that. Have a great day, everyone, and keep it green.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Tarek. Thanks for sharing and for sharing the CBD thing. I mean, I definitely need to go sit down and watch Zach's webinar, which I will do later on today. All right. See you later.